sidebar starts with a note of gratitude. I want to thank the culture for making my interview with Dr. Iyanla Vanzant one of the most popular and actively engaged content offerings the Griot has produced. So before I tell you my thoughts, let's replay the clip that had some of y'all deep into your feelings. I do want you to speak, Iyanla, to how women need to position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Now let's address the response to the interview and what some of y'all are calling a backlash. So let me be clear. First, I am a professional disruptor. So backlash is my business. And I will always take it on the chin for the sake of advancing the work, conversation, or movement. So know that I am completely unfazed by the onslaught of nasty comments, wishing me a sad, lonely, bitter existence until my untimely death. Now, that is some weird energy to be wishing onto a Black woman, especially one who has dedicated her life to the liberation of Black folk. But, whatever, I guess, go off. See, I wanted to talk about how do we close the gap between Black women who do show up in a so-called masculine posture, those of us that are providing and building and protecting due to circumstances that we might feel make us feel that if we don't do it for ourselves, we will have to go without the resources and protections we need to feel safe in this world. But Dr. Iyanla went in a different direction. She asked me a personal question. Extremely transparent about the fact that my life choices and my chosen lifestyle are far outside of the norm. So when I said that I, the bus owner, a lot of y'all heard something different. Some of you heard the following. Bus drivers are whack. Bus drivers are broke. Oh, and I'm too good for a bus driver. The only thing is, y'all made that part up. See, I said what I said. But then some of y'all started talking about salaries and hourly wages, pensions and benefits. And that's wild because I was never talking about money at all. I was talking about Black ownership, but some of y'all made it about money. I'm talking about ownership, Black enterprise and entrepreneurship, because really I am talking about Black liberation. And if you read my book, you'll understand why. So I'm standing 10 toes down on that position, and I don't really care if you're hurt or offended by it. And since some of y'all are already big mad, let me go ahead and make you incensed. So out of the 50,000 plus comments posted on social, I only saw a handful that even considered the possibility of a bus owner being a more aspirational position and recognizing that I am actually speaking and pouring into the ascension of Black men when I said what I said. But see, no, some of y'all were too busy naming and shaming me personally and Black women in general as undesirable, gold diggers, and much worse. Now, I suspect that some of y'all are the same men that were bringing home C's and D's on your report cards, only to then be coddled by parents that said, well, that's okay, as long as you're doing your best. Well, listen, I love and believe in the excellence of Black men. So no, my dear, C's and D's or any other form of mediocrity is not okay. No, I will not create a soft place for you or anybody that I love to fall comfortably into the bigotry of low expectations. So I'm going to say one more time, there's absolutely nothing wrong with driving a bus. My mother Gloria drove one for years. But could it be that Black America has been sold a narrative of average, regular, and typical being good enough for us? Well, see, that's called white supremacy. And in this case, it takes the form of conditioning Black Americans to happily accept being a permanent American underclass. But see, because I know the truth about Black folk in America, no, average is not and will never be good enough for me. And the gag is, I don't think it's good enough for you either.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing? Hey, first of all, good morning. And, y'all come on in. First time here, hit the like button. Also hit that subscribe button. Share and comment. Drop some comments down below. This morning, hey, we're going to talk about the most hated. No, y'all probably know where I'm going with this. The most hated female on these YouTube streets lately has been Miss Eboni K. Williams. Her and her comments about the bus drivers, how she won't date a bus driver, but she would if he owned the buses, right? Y'all know what that is. You know what I'm saying? That y'all know that's all about status versus who the man is, right? She's just basically just dogged out all the blue collar workers out here. You know what I mean? Like the average man ain't good enough, and then came back and tried to double down, tried to gaslight and throw some shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. You know what I'm saying? She did all that on her remix. Tried to come back on a remix and double down and just made it worse. You know what I mean? So, women like Eboni, she lost. You know what I'm saying? She's really lost. For her to be 40 years old, right? In the position she's in, she's clearly hit the wall. She's in no man's land. You know what I'm saying? She's in no man's land. She's 40 years old. Yeah, your eggs are dry. Your eggs are gone. I mean, that shit powdered. Unless you did like, Kendra G and froze your shit. You know what I'm saying? Unless your eggs are frozen, I mean, your chances on finding somebody to impregnate you is pretty. The probability of that is low. It's low. Don't think that's going to happen, right? But y'all, turn this other mic on. But yeah, the possibility of that is low, right? So her finding a suitable person to, have a child with, the chances of that is slim to none, right? It's slim to none that she's going to be able to have a child. You wasted your youth, girl. You know what I'm saying? You wasted it. It's done. You know what I'm saying? But now she's out here talking greasy, talking down on us blue collar workers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do anything for you. We can't do anything. We're no good. She can't stand mediocrity and all that. We C and D students. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some bump. Straight off the rip. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, little does she know that, I mean, you're talking about, but you're dogging out a lot. Who do you think a lot of the C and D students come from? I guarantee you a lot of these C and D students ain't coming from families, that has a father and mother structure, right? So a lot of these C and D students you're talking about are going to be coming from these single mothers, right? To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? So then again, you're dogging out two sets of groups of people. But she don't see it that way. The way she's seeing it is like she's trying to enlighten some people and like light a fire up under somebody so they can, strive to be better and do better. I mean, to be honest with you, the majority of Americans are average, right? The majority of the people in America, the majority of the people that she's talking to on her platform are average. You're talking to you know what I'm saying? So you're not looking good, Ebony. Is what I'm saying. You're not looking good at all, right? With that BS. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got, if it wasn't for, you know, like take myself for example. I work for the post office. You know, I was an 8-year military. Went to the Gulf War. You know, was in the military from 88 to 96. So, you know, I did my time. I served in the Gulf War and all that, right? Got out, did some jobs here and there, landed at the post office. So, and the reason I'm not a city carrier. So the reason I dress like this is because I'm a rural carrier. So we have a different contract than the city carriers, right? We don't have to dress, you know, we don't have to wear the uniform, basically. You know, our routes are different, our contract is different, our union is pretty much different, right? So all that's, you know, is different between rural and city. So, but yeah, so like I said, but what we do is, I mean, we're out here, you know, we still out here in this hot ass sun every day. You know, I'm down here in Dallas, Texas, so it gets hot, you know. Give it about another month and we're going to be averaging about 90-degree weather. 95, 96 is going to be about the average in about another month. So, you know, we're out here in this, you know, and these Jeeps that we be driving, there's no AC in these Jeeps, right? These little box Jeeps y'all be seeing us riding around in, there's no AC. It's just a fan. So we're just recirculating hot air. You know what I mean? That's what we get, you know? So we're out here doing this, you know. Shout out to the postal carriers. Shout out to FedEx, UPS, Amazon, you know, sanitation. You know, like I said, when I'm on my route, I run into all these guys. You know, especially, you know, like I said, on Tuesdays and Fridays on my route, I already know I'm finna run into the sanitation because, you know, that's garbage pickup day. You know what I mean? Tuesdays and Fridays on my route. So, and today Friday, so you know what I mean? They out. We gonna run into each other. I already know at a certain time, on a certain street, I'm gonna run into these guys, right? So, you know, we're out there getting it. You know, and if it wasn't for us, a lot of the stuff, man, y'all take a lot of the stuff that us, you know, blue collar workers do for granted. You know what I'm saying? The police, the fire department. You know what I'm saying? Construction workers. You know, you guys be out here working on these roads. You know, I'll take a lot. If it wasn't for, like I said, the infrastructure of the United States is built around the average blue collar worker. You know what I mean? And we get paid rather well. You know what I'm saying? We get paid rather well. But with Ebony, it's all about the status. You know, your title. You know, just because you're not white collar, you know, going in a suit and tie, and you're not, you know, your title is not the, you know, chief financial officer of, you know, this bank, Wells Fargo or Chase. You know, if you're not that chief financial officer or that, you know what I'm saying? You know, the way these banks are running, you know, I wouldn't want to be. These chief financial officers of these banks, man, they catching hell right about now. But you know, they still good. They got money. They got investments. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, unless you got a title, you know, women like Ebony don't want to deal with. You know, it's all about status. It's all about you know how she can, you know, tell people and, you know, brag and say, oh, I got this type of man, he's a this, and this, his title is this, and this. You know, it's just to make herself look good in the eyes of other people. Has nothing to, I mean, to be honest, they really don't care. She really ain't caring about the guy. It's just his title. Because not once in that interview did she say anything about how the guy treats her. Even when Ayala Van Zandt was saying, you know, it's all about how he treats me, how he treats his mother, how he treats others. That shit went over up in his head. It went in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? that don't matter to people like Ebony. You know, she don't care about how he treats her. You know, he could be. I was watching Crimson Cure. Shout out to Crimson Cure and congratulations on your marriage. Crimson was saying that man could be whooping you all upside your head. But that's okay since he owns the bus, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all about the title. It don't care. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter how he treats you. As long as he has that title, as long as he owns the bus, he could be mollywopping you all upside your head. But that's all right since he owns the bus. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's how it is though. You know, I mean, you go with that type of logic. You know? It's his title. As long as he got that title, he good. It doesn't matter how he treats you. He could be the worst thing. He could be a straight up ruthless, you know what I'm saying? He could be straight up dog, straight up ruthless. The minute you walk through the door, he going and giving you them skibbity paps. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, long as he got that title, that's cool. It's like that women like Ebony would take anything as long as you got that title. The way you treat her don't matter, right? You know? And you know, she put herself out there bad. And the fact that she felt as if it was an accomplishment to be ran through. She felt like her being ran through was an accomplishment. I done them all. Talking about all these men that she done had. I've done them all. Really? I said it with such confidence, like you know, when her chest stuck out, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've been ran through. Really? You put that out there for everybody to know that you've been ran through? So the fact that you had all these men and you couldn't land one, you had all these men, white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever race, nationality, creed, color, whatever. All these men that you said that you had, you've tried them all. You're 40 and you couldn't land one. And we all know she wasn't checking for no blue collar, so you missing out. I'm here to tell you, but you know, and the thing is, with her type of attitude, man, guys, most blue collar guys ain't gonna deal with her anyway, cause you know we ain't gonna stand for that BS. No, to be honest with you, we ain't gonna put up with that BS. We don't check for that. You know what I'm saying? Cause women like Ebony ain't gonna come into a relationship wanting to listen to any system, order, or structure. You know. So, no, that ain't gonna work. It wouldn't work. Especially if you ex-military. Oh, no. If you ex-military, no, you ain't putting up for that. No. You know what I'm saying? We all know if you ex-military, you know how it is. Shit. We don't play around. We do not play. We will DX you in a minute. Y'all know, you know what DX means. We would DX you in a second. We would take you out. We would replace you. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the Army, man, if we had any type of equipment that needed to be replaced, that's where DX come from. We take it to the DX. We exchange it. We get rid of it and get another one. If our sleeping bag was ripped, zipper didn't work, whatever, you know, our poncho was ripped, had a hole in it, we can DX it. Get rid of it. Take it, go get another one. Get it replaced. Quick, fast, and hurry. We don't play around. So, but yeah, you know, certain guys, especially certain blue collar guys, ain't gonna deal with that no way. Deal with that nonsense that women like Ebony be bringing. We're not gonna put up with it. She can easily find her Well, no, it looks like she ain't easily finding nothing, cause 40 years old, you've been through all these guys and you couldn't land one? No. That says a lot about you, Ebony. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about Ebony, you know. She need help. She need help bad. You know what I'm saying? Then she gonna have the nerve to talk about somebody? Really? You got the nerve to talk about, you know, the average blue collar worker? Really? You done been through all these guys and you can't land one? Something wrong with you. Yeah, but she thought she was clapping back. She made herself look like a fool. Made herself look straight up ridiculous out there. You know what I'm saying? It make no sense, man. But you know, women like that, that's what they're gonna do. You know, it's like the lead attorney. If y'all watch him, if y'all ever see lead attorney thumbnails, he always he got that shut up, keep your mouth shut. I think Ebony was an attorney. Ebony's got that attorney background, right? She was a lawyer. She should know better. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, she don't advise her clients well, or she don't take the advice that she gives to her clients. You know what I'm saying? You know, the lawyers tell them, well, hey, sometimes you got to be quiet. Can't tell everything. And she should know that. But, you know, being the type of lady she is, you know, they can't keep their mouth closed. All she had to do is shut up. After that first interview, all she had to do was be quiet. But since she saw all these comments, she had to say something. She had to go and open her mouth again. Typical. You know what I'm saying? Made herself look bad. Made herself look even worse. Sometimes doubling down ain't a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're wrong. God damn. Especially when you're wrong. You can't be doubling down when you're wrong. Normally when women double down, man, they make themselves look bad. You know what I'm saying? Doubling down is not a good thing. Can't always double down. Sometimes you just gotta take that loss the first time. You can't go back for a second round. You know? Thinking she right. Thinking she's saying something. Just running her mouth. And that's what a lot of them are good at. Just talking. That's all they're good at, talking. Like to hear themselves speak. But yeah. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say, man. You know, I want y'all to enjoy y'all Friday, man. It's the weekend. You know, y'all got any travel plans? Be safe out there, you know. Have a good time. If the weather's nice, get out and enjoy it. You know. Sunlight. That's about the best vitamin D you can get. Get out there in the sun, soak it up. It's good for you, right? But yeah, man, y'all get out, y'all enjoy yourself this weekend. Y'all have a safe weekend. Enjoy it. Spend some time with your family if you can. You know. But yeah, drop some comments down below, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video. If it's your first time here, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment. Y'all be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.